Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching in the world. Shaun Driver, the Red Horde, and a little bit of a different setup, and that's fine. It's a massive day, especially given the Switzerland result. Yikes! They put a pounding on Bosnia, and so that makes it, I mean, not a must win, but man, you make it difficult if you don't end up taking this one. So I've got a whole ton of nervous energy. I am jacked up for this one, and so I probably suspect I'm going to stand throughout. So I wanted to get this set up, see how the hell everybody is doing, make sure everything's all set up, and then I'm going to probably stand up for this bad boy throughout. And so you guys will have to let me know if you're there, if you're here, and how the hell are you? It looks like everything's running and ticking. Just nobody checking in. Everybody doing things, not doing the watch along with the game going on. Is that what the story is? As I sit here doing my thing and ready for this one. The lineup is out. We'll wait for a couple of people to populate. We had the big news this morning. Punic. Wrexham AFC women with the UEFA draw taking them as the option. I'm going to just go through and make sure everything's all ticking along on my end. The lineup is out. We'll wait for a couple of... Obviously, you're getting feedback because I was playing music. Or playing the background, so I apologize for that, but it's been fixed. So thank you to those of you who joined for that early morning foray into the UEFA draw. A winnable battle, a winnable one for Wrexham, but they're going to have to do what they're going to do. Let me know how everything's going in the chat and how you guys are surviving the universe, and if everything's all ticking along. I'll go through the lineup. You've got it up on the board. A couple of interesting decisions that were made. Kyle Larin sliding instead of Tani Oluwaseyi. The pundits saying that was the right idea. I'm not 100% convinced. I know that, look, here's what Kyle Larin provides, especially when he was wearing the Canadian colors, is he steps up within national team colors, and he's had a history of doing it. He was great for Southampton, and we know that, coming in January and helping them out. Whether the cheating, we'll leave that one alone. That's for the season. But he's capable, and he's scoring right now. The question that we've had, Jonathan David, does he get subbed out? It's been 463 minutes since he scored for club or country. That's a long period of time for a guy who, a couple of years ago, prior to his foray in Juventus, was the second leading scorer in Ligue 1 in France, behind Mbappe, and he's been struggling so far. So he's still in. They decided to go with Kyle Larin probably because he's scoring, and Tani Oluwaseyi, what he does, he doesn't necessarily put ball in the back of the net. He runs those channels and he pulls people open and allows for people like David to score. I'm sure he may come in off the bench if needed. We'll see how that all transpires and how it all ticks about. Other updated news, was curious about DeFougerole and Johnston. They both have yellow cards. If they pick up yellow cards in this one, they won't be available for the follow-up game in Switzerland in 6 days' time. So they're both in. DeFougerole putting trust in the 20-year-old, and let's be honest, his ability to win defensive aerial battles against Bosnia was impeccable. And as much as I was screaming for somebody and Bombito to fill in and asking the question, if not Bombito, who the hell is going to be our center backs? DeFougerole did an exceptional job, and so I guess you're putting a lot of faith in the young man that he's going to be okay. We'll see if he gets sheltered a little bit. Alfie Jones maybe potentially coming in, Nico Shiger possibly filling in. The same question went for Alistair Johnston, although he's a bit of a more savvy veteran that you would expect him to be able to understand and appreciate his role, that if he picks up a yellow, he'll continue to play in this one, but he will be off in the Switzerland game. He needs to stay away from the yellow cards to advance things forward. Other surprises and potential questions, two other positions that I was curious about. One was Ali Ahmed versus Liam Millar. Liam Millar for Hull City and advancing them to the Premier League. Another player who I thought maybe if Hull City doesn't want to keep him, they may have an opportunity and an opening for him to come to Wrexham. He wasn't himself against Bosnia. Not enough service, not enough opportunity, and when he did have the ball at foot and was going for a shot, he was off by miles. And so they brought in Ali Ahmed. He played on his off wing. That allowed Schaffelberg to play on his side and try to cause some chaos. And it went All right. And so I guess you put Ali Ahmed back over there. He was the starter prior to Liam Millar's sort of resurgence, I guess you could call it. And thanks, Brendan. I wish us luck too today. As I'm following along with the stream and hoping everything's checking out, it seems to be okay. So I'm happy to see Ali Ahmed. I think that's the right decision given Liam Millar's output in the last one. The other position I was looking at is we've got Matthew Choinière, who underrated midfielder who seems to always do the job when he's in. And I thought against Qatar, hi Marie, how are you? I thought you might be able to fit him in. And if you did fit him in, Ismail Kone didn't have the best of days. So it'll be interesting to see how that one all boils down. Look, it was a binary group prior to this competition, but before the Switzerland-Bosnia game where they opened up and put a can of whoop-ass on Bosnia in the second half. Because of that outcome, there were some people saying, do you want Switzerland to end up winning a little bit so that means it kind of puts Bosnia out of it with a small win? Do you want to end up having Switzerland win because then we control our destiny? That's certainly there now. You win against Qatar, you win against Switzerland, you win the group. Simple. You win and you draw unless you get a lot of points now. Hi, Deandra. Did you look at the Wrexham women details? Are you happy with Punic? Do you see a pathway to getting to the Danish champions in the second round? Let me know, and you'll have to tell me why YouTube notifications are dumb. Like buttons down below. Not very many people checking in now, but give it a bump while you get the chance to give it a bump. And who cares? I'm here for it, and I've got nervous energy, so I'm sure this is going to be a fun one to watch in any event. Larea has to be Davies, still injured. Cornelius must have. He and Bombito have proven to be the center backs of lore, and now DeFougeroles sort of entering into the chat. Alistair Johnston, we don't have anybody else over there. Nico Shigur, I guess, can fill in. He's steady Eddie, nothing flashy. I'm kind of muted on him. Tejan Buchanan on the right, I'd love to see more from him, but he was good. Eustachio was good, and Kyle Larin was good. So we'll see what Kone, Ahmed, and Jonathan David do. I mean, 463 minutes for your leading scorer not to get one. I guess that just means he's due. Look, the formula is simple now. You end up losing this one, and you've now in a must-win against Switzerland and potentially big, and you've got to look for help elsewhere to be able to finish second in the group. So it is not a good outcome. Yeah, 2 live streams in a single day. It's craziness. And an early morning wake up, and I'm still going and I'm jacked. You lose this one, you cause yourself a mess. You draw, and it's still not optimal because you really don't have control of your own destiny. You can beat Switzerland. You finish on 5 points, but you've then got a Qatar team that likewise can fit on 5 points, and they're playing a team that's likely on the beach. I mean, they're not technically mathematically eliminated, and they can finish in that third place spot, but they're going to be going for it. So there's goals available in that Qatar game if they can counterattack. So this isn't must win, but it's damn close in the second match, and that's just the way that the cookie crumbles with this group, and it is what it is. Well, that's odd. I don't know why it didn't alert people that I was live. I did restream, did the normal which I tried YouTube the last time and it didn't really work, and so maybe I do need to keep this thing. We'll try it again. I think we got a chance. Look, Qatar, they've got one player out of the entire roster who's on loan outside of Qatar. The entire team looks like the Qatar All-Star League, Qatar Super League? Whatever their top division is called. They have one player. Their left back is in the second division, and other than that, it's a Qatar League All-Star team. I'm not saying that that's a horrible thing. What does that give them? They're familiar with each other. They're going to play well together as a unit. But as far as top level quality, I'm going to suggest that it's not there. This is a game that Canada should win, but we've seen Qatar. They came in a couple of years ago into the Gold Cup. The Gold Cup being a competition where they bring in 1 or 2 international clubs to compete in it, and Qatar was in, and they perform relatively well. They're a hit and miss club. When they're on, they can be really on, and when they're off, they're a walkover. So you don't know what you're going to get. Wrexham women got a chance. Oh, I don't know. Fingers crossed. Canada, I don't know. Yeah, be right back. Do your thing. I'll tell you, with 20 minutes left to go in this one, nervous energy. For those that want to know, we've got the USA game with Australia. Brendan's going to be covering that one coming soon. Deandra's got that one. And God, my city is gorgeous. As I'm sitting there watching Vancouver, they turned Science World, which is a remnant of Expo 86. They've converted it into the Science Center. And for the tournament, they've turned it into a big soccer ball. If you haven't looked it up, look up Google Vancouver Science Center FIFA. It'll show a big picture of the ball. It's gorgeous. Would love to be in BC Place. Just not gonna do it. I'm debating next time. We'll see how this one goes. Whether I want to go and whether try to do a live stream through the phone while I'm at a watch party, or I just go to a watch party, or I just do it here. I think superstition. We'll see. It's just I got to go and soak up something of this one. USA. Sure. Oh, I love how that got bot grabbed. Well done. That's the bot doing the work for me for the all caps on the USA chat from Brendan. That game, USA versus Australia, is going to be a cracker because the USA looked better than I think they've looked in 4 or 5 years. And they're going to be up against it, against an Australian club that also looked very good. So looking to measure control as to who comes out of that group. That game is going to be massive. And then you've got the Netherlands and Sweden that Deandra's going to cover. That one also fascinating. I don't know what your guys' thoughts are. I've been underwhelmed by South American and European team performances so far. You've got... oh, God. I got to ban people? Seriously? I wasn't planning on doing that today. Nobody ever comes in here. Did I not set this onto a you've got to be a member and a subscribe thing? I guess I didn't. So give me a second to fix my channel up and take care of these people, and that's what I will do. It's been a while since I've had to do this. Didn't even have it set up for it. Spam. Put user in a timeout. Hide user. Put user in a timeout for 24 hours. Confirm. Yeepers. Why? Why you gotta do that stuff to me? There's not enough people in here anyway, bot. But we're having fun. We're having fun. For those... I think everybody that's been here is all familiar, so I'm really just talking to myself while we go through. But if you haven't been here before, Wrexham AFC fan, have the channel. We do watch-alongs for all of their games. We'll be going live here next month for the women. But this one, what else can I tell you about the stories and the timelines and everything that's going on? If you haven't seen the video as to who I've had earmarked, Tani Oluwaseyi is the guy I really want. And I think he actually fits with Parky's style the best. He's not going to be in the lineup and potentially coming off the bench. Ahmed, though, I thought if Norwich City was going to free him up, he would work on our wing. Liam Millar, he's not in the lineup. I thought he could work on our wing. And other than that, this is a whole bunch of people that I decided probably not going to make they're not a fit for us. So that's sort of frustrating because I was hoping to see people who I actually thought could play for us being Wrexham. We need Jonathan David to find his touch today. How does that happen? Kone's got to be better in the midfield. Ahmed hopefully can serve things up better than Liam Millar did. I expect our high press to do damage today, even if we have to wear them down overtime. Score prediction? We're going to give one up today. Maxime Crepeau is a great goalie, but our center back position is where I think our weaknesses are. As good as Cornelius has been since he's come in and Jesse Marsh found him, I think that's where the gap is. DeFougeroles, I don't know if he can play better than he did. And if he can't, that's potentially a bit of a problem for us. And so I'm actually going to go with a 2-1. I'd like it to be 3-1. I think we're going to be pressing them. If we were finding the back of the net more frequently than we were and are, I'd be happy with that with saying 3-1. I just don't know if it's there. I think it's going to be a nervy 2-1 match, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's one of those circumstances like Switzerland did to Bosnia, where the leaning of the pressure just ultimately led to the red card. It led to the late penalty right on the death. It was 3-1, and I was hoping just for goal differential reasons that there was going to be a stop on that penalty. It was a pen. The red card, it was a red. But Bosnia imploded, and maybe just too much pressure against them. So it'll be what it'll be. God, I'm nervous. 14 minutes to go. What can we anticipate potentially for strategy? A 4-3-3 against the 4-4-2. So you'd like to think that we're going to have control on the wings. Hopefully that leads to a lot of Ahmed and Buchanan time. And we run a high press, and so it'll be interesting to see how far back Junior and Aif come back from their striker positions on the outside of the top three. You'd think they're going to be forced to come back to provide outlets if the game goes the way I think it's going to go, in us leaning on them. Let me know. I think the stream's running well from everything I see. So as long as the volume's good and you guys are happy and you're not getting feedback and all that sort of stuff, then we can fly the flag and we can get on it. I put the toques in easy position to be able to get to it, and I'm probably going to be a nervous mother of things when this all gets to kickoff time. Canada got its first point in the World Cup. This is our third World Cup. First one was 1986. The last one back in 2022, we were in it. No goals in 1986. We managed to do that in 2022, but we didn't get a win. We didn't get a point. Now we've got a point. Now the goal is, let's get a win. That Switzerland game was crazy, and it's nice. Everything's going and everything's ticking about. So we need a World Cup win. Get the monkey off of our back. It's now been 7 games, 3 draws out of them, but that's not good enough. Not going to get you out of the group. Yeah, 4-1 final. I mean, that just... Look, points are still the first tiebreak, right? So you've got the opportunity to go and take out Switzerland next weekend, or next week, but it doesn't matter if we can't get the 3 points now, because then that next game becomes desperation mode, because not only would we need to get the 3 points to get to 5, and I asked ChatGPT about this, with 5 we're probably through in any event, but you're going to be in a tiebreak with Qatar. And Qatar is going to be playing a team that's desperate in Bosnia. So Bosnia, a defensive team that's now opening up to press, is not a good recipe. I mean, you'd like to think that Bosnia maybe pots a couple, puts Qatar to bed, and then with their beatdown, they maybe secured us a second place spot, even if we get a draw. But there's too many variables that are out there. I think Canada is good enough to win this group, despite what Switzerland did. I think we're a better club at the moment with the personnel that we have. I think that for CONCACAF nations, and this might be controversial, but Canada, the US, and Mexico are stuck playing each other repeatedly. And yeah, Costa Rica's not bad. Panama's not bad. Curacao, Jamaica, there's teams, but they're not the mid-level tiers that you see in Europe. I think steel sharpens steel. And having an opportunity to play in Europe, I think, benefits those teams. So I think that us, the US and Mexico, are better than our standings demonstrate. The USA has been on a struggle of late, but they found their form. Mexico can be hit or miss, but they're always solid. And I think this is the year of an Asian club. I'm looking at Korea. I'm looking at potentially Japan, or a North American team to really assert itself over the South American and European counterparts and to shock a couple of people. But the alternative is I could have my head completely up my backside and we're sitting here after this game, and I've got my head in my hands, and I'm frustrated at life. I just hope the boys find it. I just hope the boys find it tonight. And so Dane Sinclair, the backup keeper, sitting there in front of Jaden Nelson. We gotta see some magic today. The other thing that was interesting, the Qatari Prince bringing in over 500 fans, paying for their flights, paying for their tickets, and plopping them in here so that they've got representation and noise. And so in a sea of red, and there was talk because we were expected to wear our blacks today, there were some questions that whether we should be all wearing black or white kit or something, but they've decided to go with it. Is the other interesting development. Did you guys hear about the flags and the controversy started with Saudi Arabia complaining that their flag can't touch the ground because of the Arabic writing that was on it? They've accommodated that, so now everybody's holding the flag up. They're not letting it touch the ground. It's going to be raucous in Vancouver. I wish I was there, but I also know that I can't be there. So this is a wonderful substitute to be here with you guys and soak this one in. Whoo-wee. Bring the chat up so I can make sure no more bots come in because I didn't set it up to operate with having to be a subscriber before you join. I'm just going to have to stand for this. Move the camera around. Get cozy. It's going to be a pacing day. And so we'll set it up like this. And I'm going to just try and get into it. So don't mind me. This is how if Wrexham make the playoffs, this is how it's going to be. Our first game in the Prem. It's going to be me standing here nervous as all hell throughout the entire thing. Waterman, Schwanier. The black jersey was so controversial because a lot of fans said we're red, we're white, we're nothing else. But the team said black kit has been where our historical moments have been. The Azteca, the Iceteca, when we played Mexico in the 2022 World Cup qualifiers and we ended up taking them out in Edmonton in like 20 below weather. That was all in solid black. The World Cup performances where we played our best, that was in solid black. And so they designed a special jersey that's black, ice infused within it in the sign of the maple leaf. And so it matters to the players. They demanded it. They asked for it. And that's what we've got tonight, today, this afternoon, wherever you are. Oh, BC Place. It's a funny stadium. It's been around since like 84, 85, right before the Expo 86. Oh, they put the flags on the ground. All right. I thought they were going to hold all of them up now, but I guess the Qataris and the Canadians don't care. But a question, why is the Qatari flag bigger than ours? Yeah, I think you're probably right. I mean, it doesn't eliminate us, but it certainly makes it difficult, W&G, right? It's after that 4-1 drubbing, because we could take out Switzerland, but you're asking if you're tying Bosnia and you're losing to Qatar or drawing with Qatar, do you really think that you're going to end up wiping Switzerland out at the end at the end? Not going to happen. So you got to get it. It will be seen as an abject failure if Canada can't advance out of a group in a 48-team World Cup. That's just where I'm in with it. They've got to step up. They've got to do it. Oh boy. I hope the sound's okay. Mike's right here. Well, it's going red line, so maybe it's actually too loud. Bump it down maybe just a little tiny hair so I don't end up with crackles as I get excited. You look at Vancouver's history, we've had, great memories. Crosby's golden goal. We've had frustration. Boston beating Vancouver in the Stanley Cup in 2011. 2015 Women's World Cup, and you've got Christine Sinclair leading the Canadians. We were in it. We were hoping to be in the final, and we thought we had that opportunity and chance, and then we coughed it up to England. And so, hoping that Vancouver, that's seen some outstanding sports stories, starts to craft its own, because we've got these two here, and then a potential, the anthem. Should turn the mic gains up on the fans, or maybe the fans need to turn the volume up on themselves. Certainly isn't No Scotland, No Party that you saw in Boston, and I'm curious, Brendan, if you saw them going around and doing their thing. Luke DeFougerole, Ali Ahmed, Larin, Derek Cornelius, Jonathan David, already. Jed, how the hell are you, my friend? It's nice to see you. Thanks for stepping in, checking it out. The last video I had, I'm surprised, maybe it was post the match, but it had like massive amount of people who clicked on it and had a watch of it. Way more than during the actual live stream itself. A different set of analytics than the regular Wrexham fans who tune in and then they bounce out. I've been watching that on TikTok, Brandon. Them going to Fenway and basically locking down Fenway was crazy. And I guess you got to expect it, right? Oh, how are we feeling? Canada's got to assert itself. They're good enough. This team is good enough. The individual talent is there. They've been led well by Jesse Marsh. They haven't lost in, 8 games? Since October of last year. We're due. The Gold Cup, we played in the big games. We made the semifinal. We ran Argentina well. We were in that match against the World Cup champions. We can do this. And it's just something about World Cup voodoo juju. I can't see that. Set a new record for noise during their anthem? Where, we did? Or Scottish fans did? The rest of the world are scarring America. Oh, yeah, everybody's going to take their shots at the U.S., Canadians included, when you get the opportunity, right? So, I'm hoping he's there. I'm hoping he's here. Let's hope these boys in blue don't end up... Oh, Chile and Peru, that's probably a good thing. It'll be a CONCACAF type physical battle then. Will be permissible. We're familiar with South American CONMEBOL referee, not as much as CONCACAF refs, but similar style. They won't buy into the flops. They'll figure it all out. So that's probably a good draw for us. And the VAR, okay, I don't want to jinx it, but let's hope the referees stay out of this. Dave Nicely, set up in the San Francisco Bay Area, waiting for Brendan in the U.S. tomorrow. What's it? I've lost track. Saturday. They're tomorrow, and then the day after is the other one. So key to watch DeFougerole and Johnson on yellows. If they get the yellow, it doesn't influence their output this one, but it does mean that they won't be able to play against Switzerland. And with Bombito being injured, that's a concern. And really, I guess Nico Sugar, I wouldn't be surprised if you saw some subs at some point in time, depending on how the game is going for DeFougerole and for Johnston. I could see Nico Sugar coming in for sure. I can see Oluwaseyi and Prince David sliding in, depending on what's going up front. The rest of it, the wingbacks, Buchanan / Ahmed being the others. And then we'll see how Kone does. Kone's got to be better. He's so frustrating because when he's on, and like he was in the France match that got him the gig in League One for Marseille, it was because of that game. And he was world class. World class. When you're taking on the French midfield and you can put on a show, you can teach them some lessons. It doesn't get better than that. And so he has the capacity. What is he, 22 years of age at the moment? I keep forgetting how young he is. Started in Watford at 18, did 18, 19 there, and then transitioned off to Marseille, and he's had the season there before moving over to Villarreal. Is he at Juventus or Villarreal? Why am I struggling with that? Somebody will have to look it up because now I got all confused. I keep forgetting, like, no, it's Buchanan and Oluwaseyi who are at Villarreal. He's at Juventus. Jed, I think it's just World Cup nerves. I hope they can find a way to get over it. Qatar's coach was talking about how the stress and pressure of hosting a World Cup, and they expect it's going to lean on the Canadians. They've got to find a way to get past it. I think it's just World Cup juju. Maybe disbelief that they belong, because when they play in friendlies, they play in the Gold Cup. They're excellent being world beaters when it's not expected. When they're expected to be better, they struggle. And so they're just going to have to figure it out. And they've got the talent. Yeah, it's ice, Murray. No, the fans have said the same thing, but it's supposed to be fan created and player created and player designed. 7, 6. I don't know about the rugby countdown before the start of the match. I guess it makes it easier for Brendan to start the timer. But I did it today. We are underway. Richie Larin on the left-hand side. And this is who I expect is Ali Ahmed doing his thing. And he lost the throw. Knocked off. Settle in, boys. Settle in. Hey, Lee, how are you? And thanks for helping. Lee logged in while I was doing the setup. I deleted it, but I was online. I think there was he and one other who didn't announce themselves, who watched to make sure I had everything all set up. So I'm hoping the stream holds. Right now, everything's telling me I'm great. And high press problems is you end up with wide open opportunities, and it's stuffed. Over on the right-hand side, I don't have the names up, so I'm going to have to get this. And I must be way behind. Somebody said Qatar had something going. You were confused. I was confused. That should have been better by Junior and Ife getting that one going. Eustachio, middle of the pitch, back to DeFougerole. We are going to high press, and we're going to put it on. The problem is you expose your back line. That's why there's always goals in Canada games. Oh, God, stop it with the stupid stuff. I'm going to be doing this the whole day, am I? Couldn't get the shot away. I'm missing opportunities. Put them in a timeout too. The problem is I'll just keep coming back. I guess I can I do edit video without losing the stream? Makes me nervous. I gotta change it so that it takes them, they have to be subscribers for 5 minutes. We'll save that and hope that by doing that I didn't lose anybody. So sorry about that, guys. Ali Ahmed, 18 yards, 16 yards, looking for options, into the box. Jonathan David looking for it. It's going to go out, goal kick. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Keep the pressure on. This is what I'm sort of expecting from the days. We're going to be leaning on them. They're going to be coming and counter-attack. We're the reverse Wrexham. Cornelius, back to former Portland Timber, now Orlando City man. Kone, Eustachio, left-hand side. Richie Larea up from his left back position to go and provide some support for Ahmed. Going on the run. Well done. Good after, Richie. Pulled down. He'll let it go. Chilean referee is going to let it go. And I think that benefits us, but we got to expect that that's going to end up happening. Thanks, Lee. I appreciate that. You can be here with my nervous energy. Is just answer the World Cup. Ring the bell, boys. Johnston all the way up from the right back spot. Over to Ali Ahmed. He can serve. No, doesn't like what he's got, so he's going to draw it back. Richie Larea stepping forward. See, look how like our center backs are all the way forward, and that's a useless. We get around the goal and we get like antsy. We Billy Waters yip the hell out of it. Like we got to be better, close to the net. I could make it members only. I think the 5-minute subscriber thing's enough because most bots aren't going to log in and then click the subscribe button and wait the 5 minutes and do their thing. I would hope. Because I haven't had that problem all year long. And I forgot to do it. Abunada waiting. Larin's finally going to go and put some pressure on him. And 5 minutes into this one, DeFougerole. He's been exceptional in the air. He deserves a medal for how he stepped in Bombito's absence. And here he is again. Plying it away, but it's still loose. I got to get some names of the bad guys. Lay had it, lost it. Larin with it. He's going to get it tackled away. Comes loose. If up there, but Cornelius is from the center back position stepping forward. Ahmed slips. Eustachio 30 yards out, spinning, circling. Johnston in support. Find Buchanan. Do a thing, man. Take him on, Villarreal, man. You got him. Nah. Back. Eustachio over to Johnston. Service. Bangs it off him. We'll take a corner. Okay. Ali Ahmed. Thank you. No more Stefan Eustachio corners from the right-hand side. Pissed me off the entire first game. I'm at 549. No, I'm at the same spot. 551, 551. 56 seconds ahead. I can't help that. You guys will have to hit the pause button on it because we're slow in Canada apparently. It's still an outswinger, but Ali Ahmed, for whatever reason, Eustachio just kept lifting the ball. So right foot up, headed away. That time too low. But we've got Ahmed from the offside. Wide open! Put on his baby in it. He babied that one. I mean, I'm right position, wide open, volleys there, and David's not a thumper. When I talked about him in the last match, I still hold true. He doesn't score highlight reel goals. But struck it well. I want more pump on it. As hard as a volley is, I could never volley. I'd smack that with my heel and it would end up either dying right in front of me on my feet or taken off to the top of the new cop. Cornelius. At least the script is predictable. I feel comfortable with it's at least going, Kone with a bad touch, predictable. Kone, what was that? Put a bib on the coach sitting in a black kit. Yeah, it was a good attempt. It was a good attempt. Ali knocks it down. Well done by Larea. It's physical. It's going to be physical, so get after it. Ali Ahmed, 20 yards out, holds up, waiting for support. Doesn't like Larea as an option, so he's going to dance around his man. That is Gabber out there into the area and scooped up by the captain, Miguel. No, Kuki. I hope I get that right. Luke DeFougerole. Fulham man who's playing in the second division of the Belgium League and getting minutes there. Lets that one go, and now Cornelius got to get after it. Swapping sides. They're on the wrong foot. Dangerous position. No, you don't give a yellow for that. First one. He went after the ball. That's a soft yellow, isn't that? Oh no, okay. He dragged the foot and then flicked the foot. I thought it was more of a drag, and the guy ran into it. And fair enough, you've got to give a foul, but I didn't see the extra kick. Oh, that's 3 of our back line with 1 yellow in the tournament so far. It resets after the group stage, so you just got to get through the Switzerland match. And if you pick up your second one in the last match, there's no accumulation for that continues into the knockout round. But he would be out with another yellow. The other 2 would be suspended for the game against Switzerland. So you're going to be potentially looking at Sugar. This is from one of those spots. This is from one of those dangerous spots. You can up and down this. Max seems pretty rangy. And well done. Kuki, the captain, missed it off the wall, so we'll go for a corner. I'll take that over that free kick spot. 10 minutes in. Afif, Lay, Alamin. Set pieces, corners. You'd think for national teams not being around as much as they are, you have to give credit for the work that they do. How's the speed of Ahmed putting it on? Imagine if it was Schaffelberg out there, who's even faster than Ahmed is. Force a turnover. Buchanan going to be able to grab it. Oh, the Chileans. What are you doing to us? Ahmed falls down over to the right-hand side. Junior with it. Has got a FIFA through the middle, and Abdurisag. I'm going to get these names wrong, but I'm going to try. Recycled. Miguel, left-hand side. Elamin, up to Afif. Scooped over, other side. Come on here, lads. Dying. Need cool air. I'm going to end up screaming and waking up people, but it's fine. Headed out by Alistair Johnston, and we'll just deal with it. Well, broadcasters putting the jinx out there? That's a thank you. Horse collar. You're 6 minutes ahead of me. 6 minutes? I mean, I don't know what to say. Is there a reason maybe they feathered things in Canada and put us behind the live so much? I don't know. Johnston, halfway line, looking forward. Ishmael Kone doesn't like his option, going to recycle. DeFougeroles, moving forward. The Canadian broadcaster jinx was, they said Qatar in the World Cup never allowed or never had a clean sheet, and the game against Switzerland was the only time in their World Cup history that they haven't allowed multiple goals in a game. Dominated? I don't know, dominated. I mean, I think it's the nervous energy in the final third. Our third midfield, I think we've been fairly good. But everything locks up now 35 yards in. Buchanan looking to move forward. Flipped forward, and David tries to get it to him. Goes out for a throw. Ishmael. DeFougeroles. Cornelius, 35 yards out, and this is where you got to crack them. You got to find a way. Richie Larea, Ali Ahmed. He's our best weapon for shaking things up, and if he can't do it, then you bring in Schaffelberg, who just straight chaos merchant with speed. let him go on a run and figure things out. Giveaways, not going to help. But well done for Luke getting back to be able to knock that down. And it's different having a Canadian broadcaster in my ear because there's so much more talking. Johnston, Buchanan, 18-yard box. Right-hand side, slides it over. Kone, the pass isn't there. Find it. Well done. That was good by Johnston. Turn and go. Nothing? That's I mean, just a free kick. I mean, I guess the difference is it was Cornelius with his boot and he got it into his shin. But this one, that's a clear hold as he's free and going around the other way. But yeah, no spoilers. You guys are, some of you are like 6 minutes ahead, so you're going to be waiting for a long time. Yes, Nick, I hope. Ali Ahmed with the right boot. Not bad for a left winger to be able to serve with the right, right? Center backs have moved forward. Let's do a thing here, lads. 19 yards out, 18 and a half yards out, and 4 yards away from the sideline. Ahmed, Norwich man, puts it in the box. Cleared away. Bounced off, and that's going to go for a corner unless they can stop it, and they can. So hurry up, David. Lee, they introduced the black. Hey, and he gave us the corner for free. Woo! Thank you, sir. That was a mistake by Junior. What are you doing? You got a forward up playing defensively on the line. The black was introduced predominantly in the 2022 lead up to the 2022 World Cup. And I was talking about the Ice Tekka. If you ever get a chance and you're bored with YouTube, watch the Ice Tekka and the goal celebrations, because Wales, you never have anything like it. We had like snowbanks that they were jumping into to celebrate their goals. We beat Mexico in like -20 weather. Ali Ahmed, another. Why do we keep getting corners from the right-hand side and we have nobody who can serve it? Eustachio was too high and it was easy to clear. Ahmed's too low and flat and they're useless. Alistair Johnston, he's showing he's a winger, puts it in! Oh, big save! Scores! Are we onside? Are we onside? Are we onside, Larin? Tell me we're onside. Woo, baby! Rebound goal. Collect the mess as the first stop was there. Bounced right back and Larin cleans up the garbage and the keeper's laying on the deck as that's too many shots to the face. He's turning into the slap shot goalie. Oh, Tabernac as it all comes at him. Oh, baby. Whoo! That made me feel good. I'm putting it up. I feel confident in it. That's why you put Larin in. He's scoring. He's scoring. Gotta love this. Alistair Johnston, who I don't give enough credit, I guess, comes down, drives it over. On the second touch, oh no, he got back. David wrapped it, hit the keeper, falls right down. It's in the back of the net. Bang! Down to dive, and he gets tough. So for the goalkeeper, he took the shot in an awkward position, dives forward to try to get it from Larin, and he gets wiped out. And boom! Ah! I'm going to have to turn the fan on or turn the air conditioning up or something here. We'll do that at the half. Holy cow. It is warm in here, or is it just me? Oh! More! More! Get rid of that World Cup juju that we've had. Thanks, Lee. I appreciate that. And Lionel, how are you? DeFougerole. I was ready for more frustration. Ooh, bad dance by Buchanan. Bounced out for a corner. Mr. Ahmed. Mr. Ahmed. Let's have a talk here. Eustachio likes the moon. You seem to be addicted to gravity. Somebody's got to be able to find it at like about 10 to 15, 16 feet, nothing more. Drill it. Drill it. You've got a poacher in Jonathan David who's going to be able to find things. You've got a big body in Larin. And so we go short. Oh, and it was Eustachio who went out there. Fuck! Who's our set piece coach? Because they deserve to get lashed. Lashed! 26 in your house. I think it's only 24 or 23 right now, but I turned the fan off because I didn't want it whirring over top of me. And my wife turned off the air conditioning when she left, so it's toasty. DeFougerole halfway line, dancing over, still at 18:53. Buchanan, is that too far? Is it going to hold up? No, it's not. Goal kick. Everybody have a breath. Lean on things without pulling them off the wall. Ha! I'll take a Tuborg Gold. I'll take any beer. I'm drinking Fantas. How crazy is that? Abunada doesn't look steady back there, does he? Switching to that left foot, and he's been slow to do it. Eustachio's got it. Looking for Kyle Larin. Can't get it to him, and it's collected there. Lay knocks it over. A thief all the way back and back to Abunada. That foot is awkward. We might have found a keeper who's worse than Arthur Ogonkwo getting it forward. That's a foul. Hey, we got sponsors. Thank you, gents. Where did that? I gotta bring my chat up, or else I can't see it from back there. And I don't know who did that. Brandon? Steve? Barton? Oh, are the bad guys back? I don't see him, Murray. Steve, ×2. Love it. I appreciate it. You got to back up the 10. Your linesman said I'm okay, Afif. So you listen to the guy on the pitch, not the guy on the end of the lines. Ahmed serving it up, chipped up. Derek Cornelius gets there. Got it onto it. Went wide. Now we got a defender laying down on the deck. Is that Iwi? No, that's the captain, Kukui. Thanks, Mum, but I'm watching on the TSN feed, so I'm just gonna have to cope with it because I don't have CTV on this one. Maybe at the half I'll try and swap over. We're stuck with it now. Why are you grabbing your nose? You got it on your ear. We got ice here in Canada. Can we give them some? More sponsors. I don't know who's giving these to me, but Steve. You're a gentleman and a scholar, and I appreciate it. But and love the support. It is not necessary. I'm just glad you guys enjoy the garbage that I do here, having some fun as Kukui finally is getting to get up here and do his thing. Get off the pitch. Eustachio wearing the armband in Alphonso Davies' absence. Thought they were going to go for the hydration break. To be completely honest, I'm happy that he stays off for a little bit. Why are you jinxing us? The Canadian broadcaster again throws it out there, and I wasn't going to say it because they've been talking about it forever. Canada's never lost an international match when Kyle Larin has scored. He is all over the place. Is he 32 now? Top of my head, because I questioned whether he was even going to make the lineup, but he had himself a season with Southampton, kind of deserved it, right? Cornelius can't sneak it past. That was Madibo diving and knocking it loose. Oh, heart rate settling a little bit. Less nerves anyway. I'd like to get an insurance marker here. Or 5. Johnston. Still a man down as Qatar is Cookie's waiting. Cornelius. Cookie's on. Up to Ahmed. Curled around. Ahmed. Jitterbug. Dancing. Lost it. That was actually well played defensively there by Gerber. Eustachio, though, rips it off of his man. Larea spins and turns. Too heavy. Richie will beat himself up for that one. Richie Larea, the veteran. Cup of coffee with Nottingham Forest, and we go to the technical break. Trust us North Americans to turn soccer into a game with quarters. That's effectively what it's been, right? They took a game that was 2 halves and we've turned it into 4 quarters. Water break, intercepting and interjecting on things. We're up 1-0 on an outstanding goal. Well, I can't say it outstanding. It was outstanding because it counted. I'm going to hit the monetization button just because I think I can do that now. And see what happens. Oh, it didn't allow it? Why? So many things. I thought I turned it on, but I guess it didn't. So let's do it and let's hit the manual button. Might as well make my whole whopping bunch of money for this one. Run an ad, and if I can, it's not going to let it happen. Oh well, we'll cope. Oh no, did I lose the stream? No, it's counting. Oh boy. Ryan did not travel to the match. Why the hell not? You'd think hometown he'd have an opportunity for it. But what do I know? Well, and they do say it wasn't for the commercialization of it, but they've certainly turned it into that. They said it was to make sure that they don't get sick in the heat down in the U.S. and in southern U.S. and in Mexico. But I mean, New Jersey, they had that last game and it was a rainy night and they still did it. So it don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. Well, the other thing, that it's done is it's turned into like a tactical break where you're able to modify things, and you've seen teams come out and completely change the game after that technical timeout. Abunada going to get us back underway over to the right-hand side in Miguel, I believe that is. Back to Cookie. I'm getting to know their back line better than the forwards. That's a good thing. Medibo in the midfield. Stabs it up over to the side. It's deflected, and away we go. Richie Larea on the run. The veteran jack of all trades slides it over to Ahmed. Left foot scoop. Was looking for Kyle Larin. Got it just behind, and Afif spins on the ball and loses it. And Johnston is going to keep it in. Well done. Ishmael Kone deciding to go for a flex and a run. Richie Larea, middle of the pitch, and we're just going to save it and rebuild. Larea with a bit of a flop. Larea with a bit of a flop. You'll have to tell me when I move around too much if I end up being as jittery as it is sometimes on mine. Yeah, it is jittery. I need to stand still, do I? Oh! Jonathan David! I look up 8 yards out, right foot, and he scored for, let's do the math in my head. It's been like 492 minutes since he's had a goal for club or country. But that's what he does! That's actually one more of the highlights that he normally ever gets. He doesn't get goals like that very often. He's a cleanup man, and he finds the back of the net a lot. But that one was sexy as all hell. Put it on the board, baby. 2-0. Enjoy this. Holy shnikes. Vancouver's greater than Toronto. I'll say it. Buchanan, left foot, onside, bounces off the back, and he just goes, thanks, I'll clean that up. It is what he sort of does. He just finds loose ball, and he just, I got this right foot volley. BAM! Get in. Awunada is a weak keeper. That's also advantageous. I don't know if... 2-0 up. Let's go get another one. Let's match that tiebreaker that Switzerland just put on his... Oh, that's the Richie Larea special. That one where he flopped on the ground and just picked it up. Thanks, Steve, Lee, everybody, Marie. Everybody's having a good time. I'm gonna... Oh, my word. Slam down. And it's just gonna go the other way. Cornelius all the way forward trying to find Kyle Larin, and he's just all he can do is flick it on. Today is so far a great day. Let's do some more. Have some fun. It's going to be a party in downtown Vancouver tonight. Granville Street. Going to be full of entertainment. Ahmed just whack it once, whack it twice. Eustachio come for cleanup, keeps it in. Ahmed's going to go chase it down some more. Disrupt him. Disrupt him. And Kone, he's going to fire it forward. Onside, Tajon Buchanan. Pulled down. Point. Yes. Come on. Whoo, baby. He was free and clear with a chance. You got to call that. That was enough force. Yellow card. Yes. Oh, you've got to call that one, don't you? The left back for Qatar, El Amin. Tajon gets it, chest, knocks it down, and he gets pulled. On hindsight, maybe a little light, but he certainly made contact. Got there first. Handbags. Ahmed gets it, and I love Richie Larea, the veteran. He's always in the mix of this stuff. He's our rat. He's our rat, standing on the dot. I'm just going to stand here to keep this Jonathan David standing over to the left-hand side. Nobody going and trying to get into the striker's head. So Richie Larea, he's just going to step in and let it settle down. Jesse Marsh, what's this move? Oh. Put it in. Put it in. Oh, they are going to check it. All right. Discretion of the referee. Outside the box, but a red card. What's the trade-off that you take when you're up 2-0 and it's this early in the game? You know what I mean? It's an interesting rule. If it happens inside the box, penalty, yellow card. Outside of the box, it's red card, but no penalty. So they decided that happened outside. He gets the red, but we don't get the penalty. But what do you rather when you're up 2-0? I mean, you need to collect the points, but you also have to put down the marker with Switzerland. I think that the red card helps us with this much time that we're going to be able to find it even if this one doesn't go in. Yeah, just outside. Okay. Weren't there just 3 red cards in the entirety of the last tournament? It was a dive. Cornelius can curl it. He's only got 1 goal for Canada, but it was an absolute screamer. This one's close. I don't know if but he can curl. That's number 13 with his with his left foot. Yeah, I'll watch this and then I'll try and get the poll up because I got to sit down and do it and move some stuff around. But I'll put that up there. Poll. He'll curl it. No, Ahmed's. I don't want Ahmed smashing this. No. Why? Leave it to the guy who's got it. Ahmed doesn't have that in his toolbox. I mean, I know my guys. I know my guys. Start a poll. What would you prefer this early and up to nothing? Yellow and a penalty, red and no penalty. Start the poll. I didn't put the option of not having Canadians dive all over the place and draw a garbage outcome, but hey, I'll take it. It should be a red for the diver. That's another poll that I didn't put up there. Afif now. Tiebreaker in the tournament, points obviously first, goal differential second, goals for third, and then they'll measure off against the teams that are tied, which if you draw against Switzerland, it's going to be the same outcome anyway. And so 4-1 outcome, 3-0 gets you there, 4-0 gives you the advantage both on goals for and. So we've got work to do. Stay at it. Move forward. Ishmael Kone has got Kyle Larin on the other side, smashed off, and it's going to go out for a throw. Kone just not on. Brandon says that's his vote too. Red card for the dive. Are we really that criminal when it comes to gamesmanship? Tejan Buchanan over to Luke DeFougerole. 37th minute. Eustachio. Tejan dancing, beats his man, lots of space, scoops up, can't get it there, knocked down for Kone, but he can't get to it quick, so it's going to have to be played on. Cornelius. Ahmed looking, searching, forward, Larea on, it's through, Buchanan can't get to it, nah. Slow motion. My video player guy could have stopped on that direction and got it. Damn human mechanics. Can't stop momentum that way. Flicked on and a save there. Abunada. The other thing is you're going to see some subs because you've got to protect that back line of ours with the yellow cards. Both this game from the potential Cornelius yellow to red. Johnston, you can't have him suspended. DeFougerole, unless Bombito's healthy. And I don't know how healthy Bombito is and whether he can slide in for a period of time. I guess we will. All the things we're going to find out here in time, right? Afif with it. Dancing forward, taking on Johnston. Curls it back. Gabber all the way over the place. Kuka with it, settling it down. Madiba in the midfield. Right hand side. Miguel. Kuki. Alamin. And then finally, DeFougeroles intercepts, gets knocked down, goes out. Won the throw, it wasn't a throw, but that's one of those makeup calls where you just give it to him. Afternoon game, right? It's hard to be this jacked up in the morning, especially when I got kids sleeping in the bed next door. Let's go, lads. Ali Ahmed. 6 minutes and added time until the end of the first half. Let's add another one. Apply the pressure. Eustachio, DeFougeroles, 30 yards out. Alistair Johnston, 25 yards out. Buchanan, right-hand side, looking to take on Afif, who's got to pull all the way back, just given the... Oh, nice pass in! Jonathan David! Scooped up! Deflected, and that's going to go in. Or that's going to go for a corner. Turn, smash. The best story of today, yes, the win important, but also Jonathan David going. Because if he isn't going, it's you couldn't wait till the half. You're going to waste a window? Interesting. Striker out, defender on. Interesting. Thank you, Steve. We're good. We're good. I appreciate it. Right foot in swinger. So much better from that left side when it's an in swinger with him. Buchanan, nice pass. Kone blocked. Too predictable. Offside. I want to go walk Brewery Road tonight. Just see how it's ticking along. There's going to be a whole bunch of people out tonight all over the Lower Mainland having a good time. Cookie with it. Right hand side. Slides it over. Advanced by Allez. Junior coming back, way back from his forward position to help out, and Qatar earns itself a throw in. It's hard not to say Qatar. Qatar. So everybody's split. Red, no penalty, 60%. Yellow, and the penalty, 40%. Ask me at the end of the game whether we should have just taken the goal. I think with this much time, wearing them down, leaning on them, they've already had to waste a window. You're solidifying the 3 points. At worst, you're going to essentially, I think, guarantee, don't knock on wood and everything else that's around me here, but you should guarantee that you've got your 3 points and a win will be enough against Switzerland. Abunada, the keeper. Left foot drilled down the pitch. Richie Larea just going to let it spin out and we'll grab the throw in. Oh. DeAndre, this is what I think you should be doing during the girls' matches. It's a whole different perspective as far as energy goes when you're on your feet. I don't know the names of the competition as much, but it's a hell of a lot more fun to watch. Buchanan, 18 yards, nice. Is he onside? Johnston, the back pass, flag go up. Another cam in the corner from the wrong side. The bad side. Eustachio, he's taken over from Ahmed. Ahmed too flat today, just not feeling it. So just don't skyball it. Don't do like the 30-foot in the air looper. That's better. That's better. I'll take that. Cornelius dragged down, flop, dive called. VAR can go to that one. That's more contact than the one that they got the penalty. They want a card for simulation. Oh, yeah. Cornelius kicked the back of his leg? I thought he got kicked on the back of the leg. Bunch of divers. I thought he got cleared. Did I miss that? I thought he got kicked in the back of the legs. VAR obviously doesn't want to look at it. Yellow card for simulation. Eustachio. Right hand side. It's that Vancouver air. We're a little softer over here. Into Kyle Larin, turning. Won't go for another corner. Instead, it's knocked out. Ahmed scoops and trying to get it to Buchanan. He would have been offside anyway. Luke gets undercut. Ali Ahmed draws it back. Five minutes of added, 6 added. There's been 2 goals. There's been the keeper was down for an extended period. Kuki was down for an extended period. We've had some handbag moments. Jonathan David leaves it for Ahmed, cuts it back, misses David on the back pass. And it's going to be cleared here by Ali. Junior all the way back there too. Goal kick. Six minutes. Brent's standing. I'm standing for the whole thing. One more before the half. Let's get them while they're tired. Don't know the name of the sub, so I'll just have to call him the sub until I figure that all out. Larea. They've also swapped. Junior's gone back, and Alois gone forward. Junior's up there now. Maybe that was just a momentary thing, given the opportunity. I think it's about 26 or 27. We don't get too hot here, but it's a humid hot. I say to somebody who lives in the Caribbean. Right foot searching, far post, Buchanan back in. Oh, was there for Kone, couldn't get up, cleaned down, and Kukai saved it. But they're playing in a closed stadium. I don't like the water breaks, I'll be honest, but Buchanan dancing, looking to take on his man towards the line, chipped forward. Kone can't get through. Richie Larea can't beat the man to the ball, and Junior pushes it forward. Maxime Crepeau's like, I want to touch the ball. Can I run all the way out to the halfway line so that I can play this forward? DeFougeroles. Thing is, Marie, best refs around, right? That's what you're expecting. So, yeah, I think Ali needs a better second half or he's going to lose his job. Maybe it's Schaffelberg is the option. Larin! Off the line, scores! Was Larin offside? David wasn't offside. Count it! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Hey! 3-0, 1.5! 1.5! Hey, Mark Carney's in. He's back from Ireland and his visits. How beautiful. Get in! That one, oh man. Put in, saved by Abunada, comes out and just popped into the back of the net. It's looked very much like the first one. Just lean on him with the pressure. Buchanan dancing, right foot across. Johnston up in the air, Larin, header, and this time the opposite. Off the line from Abunada. And then right foot, well done. That was just like the first one, just the names were inverted. Oh, Canada. Woo! It is a wonderful day. I can't believe I did that. I'm ashamed of myself. I am ashamed of myself, but I don't care. So I'm sweating in here. I'm sweating in here. 3-0. I was watching that Switzerland-Bosnia game, and I was freaking out the whole time because I was like, oh my God, do we have the capacity to put on a big spot with all the World Cup juju going on? I don't know, but here we are leaning on them. Now we're just entertain the lads. Harlem Globetrotter this thing. Let's go. Jonathan David, still coming. 2 minutes until the end of the half, and then I'm going to have to sit down and catch a breath. Richie Larea. Eustachio on the deflection, collects it. Buchanan, who's been embarrassing people on that right side. Johnston, back out. Eustachio, Buchanan, touching the box. Johnston, he goes stop there, and I was looking for a black jersey to pump in another rebound. Murray, you Canadian now by being around me too long with all the sorries? Sorry. Buchanan. Eustachio. Minute and 12 seconds. Let's go. Give me more! DeFougerole. Eustachio. Alistair Johnston. This could be the perfect game to give a Canadian team that's been struggling in World Cups to just eliminate those questions. Because you just keep hearing them and you keep, subconscious or otherwise, you wonder. Jonathan David gets 2 goals when he hasn't scored in 463 going into this one. Nice pass from Ahmed to Larea, but kind of Larea going the other side. Grabby. Slid back 35 yards. DeFougeroles over to Kone. Decides not to go to Johnston. He's going to try and flick over to the far side. No, drawing it back. Doesn't like his options. 30 seconds in the half. Nick, I wasn't going to say it. DeFougeroles, well done in the cover, just goes and knocks it over. He's looked good. The problem is he's going to be some kind of transfer for Fulham. I don't know if they're going to be using him anytime soon, but for whatever club wants to go out and get him. He's 20. Halftime. Hey! How you feeling? How are you feeling? Woo, baby. I gotta have a seat. Oh, no, not that. There we go. Set the time. Grab my chair. Go and have a seat. End the poll. Have a chat. Beating them up. Giving it to them. It's a wonderful day. Almost guaranteed. My only complaint about soccer football, the diving. To pretend to be heard is the sign of up. And the only sport known that accommodate the absurdity. Basketball and soccer and football. Yeah, that's... Holy 50? Steve! What are you doing, man? $50 to throw it out there. Someone's slow this man down. I'm gonna have to make up some sort of red horde jersey or something. I don't know what to do. Crazy. Love you for it, and to your point, I don't disagree with you, man. But what I found is there's more beauty in the game than there is negativity from the diving, and so yeah, I would love it to stop, but what are you gonna do? And let's be honest. To me, Richie Larea is a brilliant rat. He does all the stuff that annoys me and bothers me. What am I doing here? Annoys me and bothers me, but it works, right? And you kind of have to do it. That's a mess. I'm just showing you all the storage stuff in the office here. Making a mess of things. I'll just roll on back instead of making everybody motion sick. I gotta do a couple of things here. First off, I'm gonna, while I talk to you guys, see if the CTV feed is faster than... Oh, I can't do that because I've got it set up on there and I don't have it on there. So it's gonna have to be this one that goes This commercial. I'm going to post this in Discord. I'll go grab the link for that and make sure that you guys have it. I'm going to hit the live button here and see if I can get this to work. The fever dream start for Canada. I'll have to pay for advanced acting for our classes for probably. Oh boy, what am I doing here? I'm trying to line things up a little bit better and see if I can get it to where I need it to be. I'm still on commercials on this one. It's my app. I'm just so far behind. Man, they're showing the celebrations all over the place. The Toronto Film Festival, tons of people, Canadians all going nuts in a groove. Montreal, Quebec in the bar. You can tell that that's a rebound goal because everybody went no. And then, yeah, Jackpool Plaza where they had the Olympics, the torch in 1986. Another one for Vancouver. Oh, that's going to be at the Fan Festival in the amphitheater that they just finished. Good times everywhere. But I'm here having fun. This is the way I'd rather do it. And so that's as good as I'm going to get it as far as that goes. The beautiful game, I missed that one. Matt Al, how are you? The beautiful game turns ugly when athletes turn into actors. Like I said, I don't disagree with you, my friend, and it's just I just don't know what to do about it. They're trying to have rules to take that out of the game. In reality, some of my favorite players do it in football, so it is just what it is. Atiba Hutchinson, long-standing defender for Canada, on the panel for the Canadian broadcast, and just to hear him talking about this game is worth it because the challenge with Canada prior to Alphonso Davies really being the guy that says, I'm going to stay in Canada and I'm going to play in Canada, was if you were good enough, you tried to get onto another national squad. Owen Hargreaves, born in Calgary, Alberta, played for the Three Lions. Whoa, why am my FPS all of a sudden gone to shite? We just lost player after player after player, and so it's nice to be able to have that change with Alphonso Davies, and then this would be, I guess, our golden generation. And I'm hoping that the existence of the World Cup, little kids who always saw football as their second sport, see it now as a first. But just showing the Southsiders are not the Southsiders, but the people who normally would be where our loud section is for the Whitecaps, they saw that one going in from Jonathan David before anybody else did. Johnston served it up. Larin with the push, and it's in the back of the net, and the defender's sitting there looking at the official. Chilean referee. Flopping typically doesn't get its rewards, but it did this time, at least with the one, right? Let's end the poll. If there's another one that you guys have, feel free to send it out to me. But the question asked, red and no penalty, or yellow and penalty. It's, to me, being as early as it was, I think you take the red and no penalty. And in a 2-0 game, you solidify everything. In most situations, a 1-goal game, a game that's not that far along, I'm taking the pen. I want the 70%, 73% chance of putting that in the back of the net and moving on. With how rare goals typically are, I think that's what you go for. But 65-35, the outcome there. And I think I'm on board with that. Well, Marie, that's the frustration. And the thing is the quarter matches probably help Canada more than most teams. to have that opportunity to reset, I was hoping they'd find it too. It was the frustration watching the 2022 World Cup because Canada did not play to its level. And so you can only sit there and say, why? Maybe we're not as good as we thought. Then they go into the Copa America, the South American competition, best teams well, all the teams in South America, plus they throw in the US, they throw in Mexico, they throw in a couple of other teams. And we're the only non-CONMEBOL team that made it to the semifinal. We were beaten up on, I wouldn't say beaten up on everybody, but we were doing enough to get through. And you're like, okay, so is that who we are? Because there was no fear. And then you see the game against, you watch the game against France back in June of 2024, where they go in there after losing to Belgium 1-0. No fear. They come out and they're taking on France. And in France, and they 0-0, just masterclass in the midfield from Ishmael Kone. And you're like, so we can compete. They recently have been beating the U.S., or at least drawing, making sure they take care of them on home, and they've actually got a win down in the U.S. They beat Mexico at the Azteca. They beat them at the Ice-Teca in Edmonton. Climbing the ladder, and then they get to the World Cup, and it's been frustrating to watch. Matt, I'm with you. I like the delayed offside to see if there's an advantage or if there's a need to stop it. But to let guys go and get a shot on net when it's so clear seems foolish to me. But I guess part of the new mandate, right? The other one that I think is too strict, you guys let me know, the goalkeeper rule. Where, and I don't even know how many seconds it is, but if you don't play the ball fast enough as a goalkeeper, they just give the other side a corner. Forget the yellow card for time wasting. The penalty is you got 10 seconds or whatever it is. Get the ball in play or a corner to the other side. I think that penalty is a little too strong. A throw in and loss of possession to me is enough. And it should be a throw in that the team can decide where they want to take it. Anywhere from the halfway line in. So if they want to try a long throw, go ahead. You want to try and maintain possession and throw it backwards, that's cool too. That would be my take. They don't like putting a flag up in France. It gets confused as a surrender. There's some history there. Holy cow, it's the half and I'm wiped out. I might have to go and get another drink just so that I get enough sugar in my system here. I'm going to go and do that as we're dealing with that. I'm going to bump. Let me know if an advertisement runs on your side when I do this, because I don't know if it actually does anything. It says insert ad manually. Bang. We're going to go with it. Be right back. There's part of me that wants to hit the lollipops, but then I'll forget that I have to be in court tomorrow morning and I won't make it. So it's going to be orange drinks and sugar. Oh. For those, most of you I think are all Wrexham fans. There might be somebody who's here who's a Canadian fan or otherwise, but and not a Wrexham fan. If you're in the background and you're watching, you should join us for the Wrexham matches and go and watch Welcome to Wrexham. It's just as good, if not better, than this stuff. And Wrexham better than the World Cup. That's a bold statement, but you know what? That game in Wickham will be a memory, and Huddersfield too. Top 5 sports events that I've been to. I have to put Kevin BX's stanchion goal in the 2011 Olympics. I have to put Harvey's goal John Slaney's goal in the 1989 World Junior Hockey Championship gold medal game against the Soviet Union on the list when I was like 10 or 11. And I got to put, as bad moments I guess go, man, would it be the home run by Seattle, the grand slam to beat the Blue Jays, or would it be the 13th man penalty for the field goal that cost the Saskatchewan Roughriders the Grey Cup? One of those ones. But as far as happy memory goes, like that. Anyway, check Wrexham out if you haven't done that before. I'm curious, Deandra, if you're still with us, what you've thought of the whole Punic thing, and more from Steve. Oh no, not more. That was from an old message. What you guys think about the no ad for you guys? What you guys think of the draw? And if you didn't watch the watch along when I was watching along with the draw, I identified at outset that there were two teams that we didn't want. Seeing them get placed in the same mini tournament made me go, ah! Because I was like, we're going to land in that pot. We're going to land in that pot. Unfortunately for me and for the club, we went with a winnable game. You got Riga from Latvia, you got Punic from Azerbaijan, and you've got, I'm going to pronounce it wrong, Northern Ireland there. So Bombito, we're going to come in for DeFougerole. That makes sense. You've got to see what you've got. You got to put him into a non-stressful situation. Moise Bombito, I'd love to see him on our back line, to be fair. So, I mean, he's coming back from injury. Broken tibias and... So, yeah, a nice game to ease yourself back in if you have to get into it. Save DeFougerole and tell Alistair Johnston... Oh, almost tripping. Tell Alistair Johnston not to be crazy. I'm going to take this off because I'm not going to swap it, so I'm going to take the window capture off and just go with this. Keep an eye on Bombito, though. See if he's serviceable. Six. I don't like the countdown. I think I hate it more than timing. Oh. Let's not forget, this would be Canada's very first win in the World Cup as Maxime Crepeau gets a touch. Oh, they didn't take off DeFougerole, they took off Cornelius? Well, I guess that protects from the yellow-red. And now you just tell your back line, no cards. Tejan Buchanan, right-hand side. Johnston, Eustachio, more goals. We just need, as long as we don't allow one, just get us one more, because then that gives us the advantage, and now a draw would put us through as top of the table. Just one more is all we need. Flex on them. I'm greedy. I want it all. I'm glad I'm not the only one, Ruth. Yeah, Matt, in the Discord there was a pic, and I think Brendan threw it out there. It looks really, really good. And we'll find out Friday. That's tomorrow. Probably by the time we wake up. Headed down. Knocked loose. Remember, I'm a minute behind, Matt Al. Throw in for me. Does anyone think this match is going to go to 5-0? I would love that. I don't know. I can... I'm sure they're telling themselves that goals matter and you've got to get into it, right? Knocked down. Ahmed over to the left-hand side. That was Larea. Ahmed back to Larea. Near the goal line. Back to Ahmed. I mean, we're just going to sit and try to pick them apart, right? Bombito. DeFougerole. Richie Larea is taking on a Fifu's comeback over on that side. Nice. Kone. Left foot. Ooh, he went to his off foot. Well done. Swung with the right, drew the block, and then got it out. Eustachio, referee, had to get out of the way, and it's now over to Alistair Johnston. Bounced it off of him. Flicked up in the air. I missed it, and I appreciate that, Al. I was kind of looking for it. I must have been even before. You must have waited really a long time, and after I had a chance to see it, because I missed it entirely. Larea, left-hand side. Ahmed! I flicked off of his ankles. Wonder what the 50-50 is. One of the things that always shocks me about going to the UK and watching the 50-50 is like, you put your name in for the 50-50, you might get like 200 quid or a pizza or a gift certificate to the coffee shop. Where like, we've had 50-50s at hockey games that have been $700,000 take home. We don't do the sports betting, I think, as vigorously as it happens in the UK, but people are happy to buy a 50-50. Alistair Johnston searching Kyle Larin, said, give it to me, and he tried, but banged it off. It'll go for a throw-in. The crowd's gone mild. Need something to wake everybody up here. Eustachio. Over to DeFougerole. Richie Larea was going to give it to Ahmed with a flippy, decided not to go there. Turn the hips, doesn't draw anybody in. Ahmed with it. Tajon Buchanan tried to put it on the deck. Back pass. Kyle Larin. Handball there. Did he go down with his hands up, or did that hit his chest and just bounce off funny? I didn't think that angle was possible. Spetsnos, how are you? I think I just saw with Kone saying the same thing. Are you getting a check for a handball, chicken wing? It was just the way the angle came down. He was falling down, and if it hit his chest, it would have gone up, you would have thought. And instead, it bounced straight back. And just the physics of it made me think that had to hit a handball. Okay, Eustachio, you had like 9 bad corners against Bosnia, but you had a delicious one here. Eustachio, the captain, waiting to see if they're going to check for the... Oh, they are doing a possible check. I'm curious if that one... I mean, it may have been that it was so close to his body that they're not going to grant it. But I think it did come off of his arm. We'll find out when it comes back to the replay. Right foot outswinger, Stefan Eustachio. You think we'd never taken it before? So before playing, the players come up with an alternative or just watch rugby instead if you like to see people pulled to the ground with consequences. They do that to a certain extent in hockey too. You're grabbing the wrong ankle, Ishmael. Is he in pain? Did he really get messed up? Is his leg broken? It's a bad one? They broke his leg. Ishmael was... Holy shit, that didn't look like there was enough in it to break his leg. His face was like, oh, and I was like, he wasn't flopping around faking it, and he didn't look to be in that great a pain, but yeah, snapped his leg, and Richie Larea is really going after the shit. I don't think that this was an intentional, like, trying to go after the man. And he got a yellow for it. They should sub him off because there's going to be headhunting desired here. They're not showing us the replay in Canada anyway. I don't know if you guys have a different feed. I haven't seen any replays of it at all. The very first incident that I saw it, I saw him make contact through the back of his leg, but then what threw me off was Ishmael Kone's response. Is the look on his face was odd. Like Kone wasn't flopping around, he wasn't milking it, and Kone would milk it if he was not an injury, but the look on his face was just like, what the hell happened? Like, whoa. Yeah, so he got a red. So Jesse Marsh with the handbags, Eustachio's into it now. We don't need yellow cards because we're getting restless, but now we got the Qatar players in the technical area for ours. This is going to be an interesting one going through. Yeah, they have not shown it on the Canadian feed, so it looked open under the sock, like as if he got split. Fuck. Oh, is Nathan Saliba warming up? That's because I thought this was going to be Matthew Chouanier. Matthew to me more control in a 3-0 game, but bring in Saliba as you're going for more offense. Matt Al lost 2 string players. They're a ukulele now. It sucks for Kone as for club and country, because I mean this is a guy who ran into controversy at Marseille. New coach comes in. There's the whole YouTube video you can watch. He just gets berated at a practice, and there's questions as to whether a coach should do that and yada yada yada. He ends up having to find a new club. He finds a new club, plays well, rebuilding everything all back up. He's on the green pipe. And to go through all of that, to be able to find his game, and then this is the outcome. Down to 9 men. Nathan Saliba waiting to sub in. Ref's going to be calling everything now, right? There's going to be fouls called for breathing. I'm with you, Darjan. Not needed. They didn't show the replay, so I just remember it wasn't necessary, but I didn't think it was going to be that as the outcome. Bombito. Buchanan. Now they got to try and find a way to snap back into it, because goals still matter in the tournament, especially with what Switzerland did. 22, Murray. Started at Watford at 18, played 2 seasons. Then he went to Marseille at 21. And then I always get confused. He's at Villarreal with, because there's 2 at Juventus, and it's David and Oluwaseyi, I believe, at Juventus. I get them wrong. 2 at Juventus and 2 at Villarreal. I should know this off the top of my head. I talk about them all, and I look things up enough that. But it was Marseille that he left after the controversy. Oh, he went to Sassuolo. Marseille, then went to Rennes, then went to Sassuolo. They were just trying to find him a home after he got embarrassed by the coach. He started to play his way back into it, and largely had. And I've been critical of him in the World Cup as far as player capacity, not heart, not desire, not ability, but just inconsistent. He can be a world beater, and then he can be a disappear. And the first 2 games, he hasn't been the best version of himself. Oh, well done pushing it there, but then he got it over and easily collected by Abonata. Yeah, it was unnecessary given the location, and you're going through the back of his leg, right? At least that's what I saw the first time. I haven't seen a replay, but it just looked like he went through the back of his leg, and I guess, just as you said, Darjan. Elbows up. Mark Carney is in the building. So, whistles for breathing now, right? DeFougerole fancies himself a forward. Ali Ahmed with it. Eustachio. 9 players. Saliba gets his first touch. Bombito, that was a weird fall down. Finding his legs under him. He's a little Bambi out there. Jonathan David out, serving it over, misses everybody. Goes through Kyle Larin, and otherwise it's just going to go straight out for a throw. You know what the game needs is some Jacob Schaffelberg now. You want that because he'll just bring a spark plug, right? Richie Larin towards the end line, goes out, corner. Fuck. Ruined the day. 3-0. Everything's going well. Right-footed in-swinger, left-hand side. Stefan Eustachio. Curling. Is it just me? Or is Stefan Eustachio just a different creature from... It still has the same foot. It's the right foot. But when it's an in-swinger, it's deadly. And when it's an out-swinger, it's a muffin cannon. Actually, I don't know the answer to that question, Al. Pushed into the box, knocked out, bounced out corner from the other side, and Buchanan might want to take that earlier. I think they might have to wait until the break. Yellow card here for a bad challenge. Richie Larin might have to get subbed because he's going after everybody when they do something. Oof. Late challenge, straight into him. I guess the only reason it's not a red is because he got him at the front, not the back. Yeah, I didn't think that was a red at outset. He definitely got penalized for the outcome. That was a way worse tackle than the one that was on Kone, at least as far as visuals and where he was. I guess the difference being he went through the back of his leg. Wooden legs and real feet. I was going to say something, but I don't want to make a joke of his injury. Another day. Cornelius isn't on to take this one. Ahmed just got wiped out, so I'm curious, is it Eustachio going to take this then? Who else do they have to bend it? Oh, Saliba. All right. Yeah, I can take it. I haven't seen. I mean, it makes sense given what his role is with Montreal. But the normal takers here, Ahmed's injured and Cornelius got subbed out. What do you got, Nathan? Oh! Scores! Post it in! I thought that was bounced off. Nathan Saliba, he's got some magic in the boot and put a goal on the board, baby. Whoo! Yo, I thought that, WG, well shouted. I thought that wasn't going in. I thought he banged it off the post and then it snapped in. Runs over for the, well done. Goes and grabs the Kone jersey and holds it up. Well done, the sub. Love that. Love that. Holy. Kone gets a card for celebrating with his shirt off. Al. Well said. That's the line of the season. And the postseason, I guess. Kone gets a card for celebrating with his shirt off. 4-0. Well done, Nathan Saliba, because he had the opportunity, he just calmly says, yeah, I'll take it, and then slots it in. Far post, Ahmed, he wants Larin with it now. He's going to curl around. Nothing there. Richie Larin thinking of about a blast. Just sniffing now. Sharks in the water. Promise David coming in for more goals. What are we chanting? Because I hope it's not what I thought I heard. Oh, update the score. Thank you. League, don't go bankrupt. Bad pass. What are we doing? What a day. We're up. It was goal differential was 3. Everybody went in even with one draw. Everybody had scored in a 1-1, so it was. And then 4-1 final. Another injury. Not a water break. Not a water break. Don't go over there. Yeah, we're above Switzerland now. It was 4-1, so there's a 3-goal difference. We're ahead. If they happen to score one here, then it's then we're even. How does it feel? Can only live vicariously. Crazy. I mean, Deandra, let's go back. I'm old. I'm 48. I grew up in an area of the country where soccer was not played by boys, and I've talked about that before. And then to see the sport develop and grow, and to see Canadians decide to play for Canada, and then to see the youth come up and play, and then to qualify from 1986, that was a shock and a bit of a benefit of a draw. Canada beat Honduras to be able to qualify for the 1986 World Cup in Mexico. We were just happy we were there. They got blasted. Nobody cared. But the last World Cup, we thought we had something. We thought we could do damage, and man, we didn't. And so it was frustrating. And to go through and have the build-up, we were excited, and then have a performance against Bosnia that I think was a letdown. There was concern again. And then now you're starting to see sort of what we can do when we play well. Yes, it's against a weaker squad, but we've got real players. We have real question marks too. Yeah, I was Saskatchewan, hockey, gridiron football, baseball in the summertime. Yeah, it was a frustrating 2022, and then to see Bosnia, which is a team that we should, I think, have been able to handle. And you're just like, why can't we do what we do in non-World Cup matches? This gives some hope and optimism. And the story was you're going into an arena or a stadium where 2015 World Cup, Christine Sinclair was there trying to lead Canada to a World Cup final, and we lost to England 2-1 in what was a horrible game. We outclassed England in that game, but just couldn't score. And this is way more progress. Yeah, WG, it absolutely is. And so it's weird. It's elation and it's shock, but more than anything else, it's kind of relief. Because in my head, I've been telling myself, we can play this game. And you keep getting the commercials leading up to games, and Canadian pump-up commercials, by the way, are brilliant. At least they get me fired up. I don't know. But you watch them and you're excited to get to go, and then it's just consistent sort of letdown. And then the off-season comes, Copa America. Don't lose. Haven't lost a friendly since October. And then bleh, crap the bed. And then this is epic. And so I'm a Vancouver Canucks fan, so I've had my fair share of pain. But hey, we got a first round draft pick. Oh, did I miss something? Second half. Sorry, I missed that. Oh, you could hear the leg break on TV? Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I've got a big scar that runs down my arm. And that was a break playing baseball. And I had a cyst I didn't know about in my arm. And I was just swinging the baseball bat and literally got to here and snapped my arm. And it was completely without, like, there was no pressure involved. And so you see stuff like that, and I instantly think, like, I wonder if they had something structural that was a problem. But it sounds like from what was being said by Darjan that it was just plant leg and enough contact that ended up getting the break in. Just, yeah. And you got to have a deep team. And the thing about the Canadian roster now is I actually think that we can have guys that can come in. Jesse Marsh firing everybody up. Hugs, going out and getting them. See this one home and we're all right. Add some more if you want to for fun. But really, a 4-0 score is all we need. Everything else above this is just gratuitous now. We've got the extra goal differential. We win, we're through. We draw, we're through. We lose, and it's going to have to be some monumental effort by Qatar, who's now missing. They've got suspended players. Here we go. Jacob Schaffelberg. Wrexham, guys. Watch Jacob Schaffelberg. 26, so he might be a little bit older than you want. Left wing back is where I've got him pegged. Subbing out for Ali Ahmed, and he is chaos. Quicker than all hell, and confident and an attacker. And Oluwaseyi coming in number 12. I think that him running with Smith and Moore would be brilliant. Those are the two players, both of them subbing on, that if you were to say to me, Wrexham's got to sign 2 Canadian players, who fits? Who fits? Contract-wise, location and career, as Schaffelberg just got drilled in the head, and maybe we won't see him. He'll be fine. Nova Scotia man. Yeah, 2 red cards. Poof. That was full tilt. He's tougher than all hell. Like Maritime Messi. He's okay, ref. Call a free kick, but settle it down here a little bit. Did I just see that that's a CONCACAF record in World Cup play to have a 4-0 score line? Since 1970 something with Mexico? That'd be odd. Johnston laves it up. Punched far side. Schaffelberg can't get there. Chested out, and it'll be a corner. Stefan Eustachio got to go and get it. Christine Sinclair. more international goals scored than any other person in the history of football. I did hear that correct? That's crazy. That was a good ball. Dangerous. His so different from that side. I wonder why. Schaffelberg's going to go and chase that down. Eustachio comes and grabs it instead. Going to be pushed in far side. Jonathan David can't get it. Goal kick. Man, that all wants me and Jason. The last thing I would ever want is to put my ass in a red kit and run out onto the race course and pretend that I knew what the I was doing. Pathological break right through, you think? Yeah, I don't know if I'll watch that later or not. Oluwaseyi, Nathan Saliba, knocking it free. Well done, staying on the ball. Gets it over to Larea, spins over to... That's a flop, Richie. You know that's a flop. Johnston. Eustachio. We've got offense here. We've got punch. Saliba, searching. Over to Johnston, left-hand side. 9 men all in the box for Qatar. We're 20 yards and just in a circle as we get it over to Tejan Buchanan. Leaves it there. Johnston, cut back pass. Ooh, well done. Buchanan couldn't get the pass in, so he's going to spin over. Left foot, block in the air. Schaffelberg! Scores! Own goal! Jacob Schaffelberg stirring the drink. Make it 5, baby. He's not going to get credit for that one, I don't think, but he was the impetus behind it. Chaos Merchant. Chaos Merchant. Whew. $5-0. 5-0. The thing is, and I appreciate it, 5-0. You don't want to turn it down because you don't want to give up any goals the other way. Now you actually could afford to give it up, except for Maxime Crepeau and, you know. I'm curious, are they going to determine that that would have gone in without it? So the question that they ask is whether the deflection was so significant that it wouldn't have gone in otherwise. And I think that that would have gone in. Probably an own goal. I'm scaring puppy dogs everywhere. We're good now. Because the goal differential doesn't matter anymore. I mean, you're not going to end up in a third place where you're going to have to draw and try and be one of the top 8 out of 12s. Now we're just doing this for shits and giggles. Get everybody World Cup goals. That's what the goal is. Schaffelberg. Thought Mob gave it to Schaffelberg. Good. Good. I don't think it can because of points. Like if we tie, if we win, we get in on points. If we tie with Switzerland, we're even on points, and there's no way they can beat us on the goal differential if we're tied, right? Because we'll get the same goals for and goal differential. And if we lose, I mean, I guess potentially Bosnia could get 3. No, we'd be at 6 points. So, but whatever, fill it up. He went from Nashville to LAFC this year. Kyle Larin with it. I was actually hoping that he'd find a home in Europe, and I don't know whether he was actively looking or why not. But he's not as good a passer, and he doesn't like to cross. To be completely fair, he runs at people, and so he is. I mean, he will cross, but he's your 65th minute sub that would come in and just blast. It goes to yellow cards if you're all tied, which is at 5-0, at 4-0, even at 5-1, it'd be impossible to go to cards. But yes, that's like the final. We want 6 is what they're chanting. Curler! That was almost an Olympico, but cleared out and away. That's the 7th or the 8th. It goes points, goal differential, goals for, and if still tied, between the tied teams, points between the two teams, goal differential, goals for in the game between the two teams. And if still tied, then yellow cards and whatever they call it, fair play points. And then after that, they do a draw. Schaffelberg just causing chaos. Deflects out. Had to get knocked out. Corner. Let's go Canada ain't going to win it. Nor is even worse is when we try to match the USA chat with Canada. Canada. Like, to me, it sounds like we're all a little slow. Can't communicate very well. Like, we're all frozen-lipped. Trying to unthaw. Another curler headed away. Saliba was there, couldn't get to it. But like, they went through a whole campaign in Canada to have somebody like write a script to cheer for Canada and come up with a song, and Canada rejected. It's just not who we are. Not the best pass by Schaffelberg, but we'll take it. Murray from SoCal. I keep saying it. It's a snapshot goalie. Ha 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 ha. He's having flashback moments. Let's get DeFougerole one. Bombito getting one. Headed away, Schaffelberg knocks down. Drives it far post, too heavy. The thing about Schaffelberg, if he did play for Wrexham, is he would instantly become fan favorite. I said that in a long video that I put together. He would be a fan favorite because he just busts his hump the entire time, and he's just a likable dude who's always got a smile. He's... Sounds like you've swapped the Uruguay to Canada. Alistair Johnston, Tajon Buchanan, Uruguay. "10 minutes, and I'm curious what they put for the added time. Competition demands you count it accurately, but it's also 5-0. Ingalen. Kyle Larin still in there hustling. Bombito, that's an interesting pass. Johnston! Abanada. That was impressive because that cutback, if he doesn't get to it, it's going into the back of the net. Alphonso Davies still looking to see if he can get back for the final round. Have to love the fact, like, without our best player, this is what's going on. Served up in the air, far post. Punched away, dangerous territory. Scooped in, Kyle Larin going up for it. Back over to Schaffelberg, and he's... I don't think you have that in your toolbox. Napanada goes down. He's got confidence. How can it be Ingaland and you add a 3-syllable when the English can't even pronounce the letter H and they chop off letters all the time? I don't know. Taking shots. Had the shoulder, had the leg. I would have understood if his face hurt, bouncing off of the new grass. What was the budget on that one? That's like, I want to say it's like $73 million grass. Farmed out in Abbotsford and then had to get trucked all the way in and stored and treated. And man, that goal from Saliba. That thing is sexy. Nico Shiger for Tajon Buchanan. Interesting. So Nico Shiger, kind of a jackknife. Like he can play anywhere. He can play in the midfield. He can play on the right hand side. A local boy from Burnaby, which is right beside. He plays in Croatia. He was a ball kid in this stadium, and now he's on the pitch in a World Cup match. Crazy! So interesting that he's going to be playing on the right wing. I thought that he would be a sub for Alistair Johnston, who's on the yellow, but I guess if they're not under threat then defensively, then you trust them to be able to hold it, and there he is with his first touch. No Scotland, no party. It's going to be the chant of the World Cup. Schaffelberg, 9 yards out, just lays it up for Nathan Saliba. Left there for Larea, pushed through. Oluwaseyi, Bambi legs and can't control, comes free. Jonathan David tries for his hat trick, can't get it. Kyle Larin knocks it down. Oluwaseyi, loose ball. Nico Shiger tries to go overhead and doesn't have enough room to spin. And do we have Larin, Oluwaseyi, and Jonathan David all out at the same time? This is criminal. We're really going for it. We're really going for the goals. Agreed, John. There was a circumstance where with Bosnia could have run up the score and then beat us, right? Because we drew. Qatar couldn't do it, but Bosnia could run up the score and go. Getting a t-shirt. Holy, match momentum meter. 2 little blips for the wrong side, but other than that, it's all red all the time. Nico Shiger fakes it, lays it up for Johnston, goes on a run through the channel, can't get it. Johnston gonna run out, runs a screen. Oluwaseyi doesn't end up with him. Grabbed by. Nope. My favorite chant, but I'm also biased, is the Te Amin Guk. Te Amin Guk for Korea. I'm hoping they have themselves a good World Cup. Was that a Brock Shear because Maxime Crepeau got to touch the ball? Spun out to the right-hand side. Nico Shiger draws it back. Eustachio, Jonathan David. Have a crack. Go Warriors. Yeah. Saliba spun out to Schaffelberg, who's got to come back and collect it. Like, I want... It was changed to an own goal. Reading the rules on that, I think it had to be determined to be an own goal because it was too substantive of a deflection. No, well, it's interesting that the Americans have been shockingly bad. Like, and that's not just me being a Canadian critical, but objectively below what their standard has been for their history for about 2 years. Not performing well against Canada, not performing well against Mexico. They didn't do well in the Gold Cup. They didn't have a good lead up, but it started to get positive right before the World Cup. And then it started to get, then they had their really impressive game. And so I could see that one ending in a draw, a 1-1, 2-2 draw. There will be goals in that bad boy. Bombito with some confidence getting up there. Free kick given up. Steve, thank you for all the donations and being here and supporting and doing all that sort of stuff. I'm really glad you enjoy it. At the end of the day, I'm just a hack who does this for fun and is loud and obnoxious and has stuff to say. So I appreciate it. But thanks, Nish, for that one. And there's the legend, Miss Sinclair. Still the greatest interview ever when she did it with CBC Sports, talking about her love for Wrexham and wanting to go to Wrexham. I think Ryan Reynolds should bring her in as a technical advisor, even just to play with the girls for a little bit and teach them some stuff. Bring them in, run out to the Rock and have a couple of week-long session. You don't think that's going to help the women to be with the greatest goal scorer in international football history, men or women? Matt, I think that's probably true. Oh yeah, was there for good on Oluwaseyi for not going after that one. If that was a closer, I think he might have tried to torpedo that one. I have never seen the U.S. play as good as they did in football, as they did in the last match. So now the question is because they've been touting that that's their golden generation, that they've got all these exceptional players. I've never seen it. Did they just find it? Is that really who they are? Is that their ceiling, and can they stay there? I think that's what we're going to find out in the next couple of games here. I think we've been punching under our ability, and I'm not going to say a 5-0 win over Qatar demonstrates it, but we've been certainly closer. Come on, David, get your hat trick. That's going to go out for a corner. One of the least obnoxious football content creators on YouTube. I'll take it. Have a go, Richie. No, I got a gap, and he just doesn't score goals, so he doesn't know what to do. Nico's like, I'd like a goal. Jonathan David! Oh, he goes for the pass. Why? Back post that. Free kick. Kyle's like, he's apologizing before the guy even went down. I'm curious when this 90 minutes comes up as to how much added time. Do they respect the competition, or do they look at mathematically that nothing's going to happen? And I feel like I might have to go for supper over on Brewery Row and grab a pizza and a beer. If you haven't been to Port Moody, they got like about 6 craft breweries all in a line right next to the park. Oh, free kick the other way? 9. Could have arguably been more, I guess. But if you do get out here, it's worth going and testing at least one in each of the breweries. They just said should probably be more in my ear. 3-minute hydration break, 6-minute delay with Kone, keeper, the goals. And Al, I got no complaints about Sugarman and how things have been going with the women. And maybe Christine's enjoying time away from the sport for a little bit. But if she ever decides to go back, she loves Ryan Reynolds, and she's openly said she loves Wrexham. You've got a friend and teammate who's coaching the national team. Go out and set it up. Schaffelberg, Nathan Saliba. Right foot. David! Skies! Hat trick! Boom! For a man who went into the game not having scored 463 minutes for club or for country, for the questions that were, does he have to come out of the lineup to let Larin promise David or Oluwaseyi take over? Is he past it? And to have him step up and go and get a hat trick? Good for him. Consummate pro. I'd have to look at that again, Darajan. Saliba has it. Ooh, no, Saliba. Not bad since coming in for Kone. Goal and an assist. Could have been offside. Just cleans up garbage, right? That's all the man does. I'm both happy and jealous. Big match for you, Dutch. Well, and your support. Why the horse collar? Because that Sweden game, that's, given what's going on in that group, that's going to be a fun one too. Johnston flipped over, tried to get there, another 6 minutes. Only the second ever hat trick by a CONCACAF player at the World Cup. 1930 was the last one. 1930? Holy. Maybe the Qatar head coach was right. He said that Canada was the best team in the group, and he said they will surprise people and go on a run if they can get over the jitters of being a host. He was overly complimentary, I thought. But maybe he got in the heads of his own team. One more for funsies. Yeah, I feel sort of envious, like I should be taking this in and going and walking around Vancouver and everything, because I mean, I live here. I work downtown, and instead of going downtown, I wanted to avoid it and just kind of stay home and work from home. But I'm going to have to, maybe the next game against Switzerland, I might have to forego the opportunity to broadcast it and actually go and just walk around. Bryn, come over and let's go and just walk around Granville, or go to the P&E and watch along, or do something. Schaffelberg tried to scoop it to the far post and didn't get there. I would have, if you would have told me to be objective and put it out there, I would have put Switzerland. Certainly Canada has I would have said has the moxie to beat them. But especially with our World Cup juju as it has been, I would have said no way. This will be Canada's first ever win in the World Cup. Right? And so I can't trumpet how great this club is until they go out and do something. And 6-0 against Qatar is something, but I still think there's still questions to ask. But let's go ask and answer them. Johnson flipped in, trying to get it to Kyle Larin, couldn't. Nico Shiger trying to go and grab it then. But we'll take on Switzerland, and then we'll see where we end up, right? Johnston got in there, knocked out, corner going. Put Saliba out there. Oh, it's going to take it quickly. Nico Shiger. Richie Larea. Flipped up, far post. Kyle Larin can't get up there. Yeah, I want to be able to go to a game, but I'm not. It's not going to happen. And so, yeah. Let me look at the schedule. Let me see what's going on. We'll chat this weekend. Going to the viewing party in Nanaimo on the 26th for the Belgium match. Part of me wants to go to the next England match, the watch party they've got at the B&E, because they've got a local band there called the Boom Booms. If you haven't heard it, think Hot Rum, and then imagine my 6-year-old when he was 2 singing Hot Rum while Rocky and eating ice cream at the house. And so that song always has a special place in my heart. Plus, it's England's playing that day. My kids are half British, and so part of me says go to that game as well. But I got to take in some festivities. We're singing Na 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 Goodbye. Meh. Come on, BC Place. An Austrian match? I'll have a look. We'll see if we can mix. I gotta figure something. Schaffelberg, there's the pace, goes out and gets that one. 2 yards, scooped forward. Not quite there with a pass. Prior to this, the closest I've ever been to the World Cup was, I was in Korea 4 years after they hosted it in, what was that, 2002? So I was there in 2006. And I went to World Cup Stadium and watched at 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. I believe Korea played Switzerland in one of the matches I watched. 72,000 people in Seoul Stadium. England fans getting into a bother in Boston after the Scottish just left and everybody loved them. Oh, it was there for Larin or for Oluwaseyi. Neither of them get to it. Oluwaseyi working for that goal. Chasing the ball, shoulder charge, and the ref says, nah, slow it down. Austrian painter match. What a day. A minute left. Here's a trivia question that I just got from the Canadian broadcasters. Last hat trick by a host country. Who do you think it was? Into the box. Knocked down. Nico Sugar can't get to it. Let's see if anybody can get an idea on that one. Crepeau, take a shot. Shouting for Crepeau to shoot. 1966. John first. Larin, David, looking for 4. Raf blow it down. Not. Cross, put it in. Saliba! Can't do it, goes out. Goal kick. I'm gonna grab a chair, sit down for the wind up. Don't even have to go through the stats. Does it really matter? It's been a one-sided affair. Better than I could have imagined. That was huge. That was epic. That was delicious. That was splendid. Everything except for the Kone injury is everything you want. Did I just detach something? Cannot complain. I said Jeff first, didn't I? Or did I say, was it supposed to be Kickoff? 4.53. I mean, so now it's the math is simple for Canada. Go, oh wait, we got handbags. We got handbags. We got fighting. Oh, we got the third keeper there. All the other players are out of the way. The captain's in there, but no, there's no other player involved except for Owen Goodman, the third keeper. And it was the coaches and like the strength and conditioning coaches. Oh, now Dane Sinclair, the backup keeper's in it. He's getting held back. All right, a little bit of Canadian fire. Not afraid to chuck him if you gotta. No punches thrown that I saw anyway. Just a lot of pushing and shoving. Just trying to figure out what's going on here. Wait for Qatar to leave and then celebrate. A meeting of the lads in the center of the pitch. Hockey goods out there and some enforcers. The guy that was actually, I say he's got to have been a strength and conditioning coach, is because, like, the second biggest guy that's out there, right? So if you're the Qatar guy, it's not the guy that you want to be picking a scrap. Yeah, unfortunately we missed the point after. Or the rouge in the Canadian Football League. You can get a rouge after if you miss a field goal or a punt doesn't get brought out of the end zone. But everything's all settled down. So the math is simple now. Sitting at 6 points, you're 2 ahead on goal differential and goals for. You're playing the team that's behind you that's trying to chase you. If they win, they get 9 points, you're on 6. They take it. You draw, we get it on goal differential. They can't surpass us. And if you lose, you're still sitting there on 6 points and nobody can catch you. Like, we can't. The worst we can do is lose to Switzerland and get second. A draw or a win, we're top of the pile, and away we go. So I want to make sure it was. Jeff Hurst, 1966. Only player to score a hat trick in a FIFA World Cup final for England in their 4-2 win over West Germany. and that was the last hat trick scored by a host country, a player playing for their host country. Oh, sorry, 4 points, not 6. Okay, so let me go through the math again. Sorry. If we lose, then yeah, you need Bosnia. Technically, Bosnia or Qatar. Then Qatar would have to beat Bosnia by 7, and Bosnia would have to win by their -3. It's, I mean, we're set. We're set. They're a -2. We're a +7. You got to make up that 8 goal difference. I don't see it happening. And Qatar's even a worse situation. They're a -5 now, right? I'm not looking at it. I'm just doing 1 -6. So that's -5. So they're going to have to catch us with our 7 goals. They've got to score 12 to get there. 9? That's what it is. 9 goals. So just... No, it'd be more than that, right? Because it would be -6. Bosnia would have to get to 9. It would be 12, 13 with the goals. With, like I said, 12 or 13 depending on goals for. We're through. We're good. Now we get to look at, I don't know whether first or second where we go, but we get to have a look at it. How amazing. Thank you guys for being here with me as I suffered through the start of that one anyway, and it's much appreciated. We're back. I always forget who's first. I'm pretty sure the USA is tomorrow, and the Dutch are after. And yeah, tomorrow noon Eastern, 3 p.m. Western, 8 p.m. Noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. out in the UK. Brandon's going to be on for the US Australia match. And then the Netherlands soccer team, they're back on Saturday, 10 o'clock in the morning Pacific. That's 1 o'clock Eastern. That'll be a 6 p.m. UK start. That one, a big one. Netherlands got to claw back into it. Sweden would love to put them away. And Japan's sticking around. That pool is probably as close as you can get to the pool of death. In any event, much love and happiness. I'm going to go and find a bevy and celebrate what is a remarkable day. Canada's very first win at a World Cup. If you would have told me in 1986 at all of 9 years of age, 10 years of age, that would have happened, I would have said you had your head squarely up your backside. But here we are. Crazy. Have a good one. See you guys tomorrow with Brendan. Feel free to have a beer on my